How's it going, everyone? It's Dusty Tucker. How's it going, everybody? It's Dusty Tucker. I bring to you a quick little ammo result video for you guys today. I did a little bit of reloading ammunition with the 223, 5.56, whatever you want to call it, in my SRV2 Siberian. Black Creek Labs made this awesome thing, and I want to thank them for that. The paint job I just finished recently. It turned out better than I thought it would. It actually turned out pretty cool. So I'll do a 007 gun spin here for you without the cool music, unless I can find it and cue it in, but I'm not that good of an editor. So we have a SRV2 Siberian here from Black Creek Labs. I painted this guy. It is clear and safe. So for the paint, okay, so I tried using this stuff at first, this beauty tone stuff that you can get at Home Hardware. I'm not sure what if you're watching this from the US, I don't know. I'm not sure if you guys have Home Hardwares or not. I have no idea. I'm assuming you do. So these spray nozzles, these white round ones, are absolute shit. I do not like these at all. They are garbage. Do not buy them. I will just tell you right now, it is 100% waste of money to buy a spray can with this style of lid on it. It is garbage. Absolutely garbage. We use these paint the same spray nozzles for cowboy action shooting, and I think 1 out of every 7 or 8 cans are garbage. They malfunction. Either you try to spray them and they just kind of run down and pour all over your hand and run all over your arm and shit, or they spray but they kind of like spit. They don't mist, they just like spit, so then you get like an uneven, oh, it's just a garbage, absolute piss poor design. And the worst part of that is, this is like freaking $15 a can. 15 or 16 bucks a can. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I bought these not knowing that. I haven't spray painted anything since I was, oh man, I think the last thing I painted was a Ruger 1022, and that was about 15 years ago. That was the last time I painted any firearm at all, or painted anything with the camo paint. So do not buy this junk, especially for how expensive it is. If Beauty Tone, if you're watching this, get a new spray nozzle. You guys suck. You can tell I'm not sponsored by them. Anyway, so the go-to stuff that I find is this Krylon camouflage paint. This stuff is top-notch. It's about the same price, if not $1 less. It's true matte. This stuff is a little shade different. It almost has a little bit of a sheen to it. This stuff is straight matte. It works really good. Plus, look at that, a real nozzle. And guess what? You can either choose between a vertical fan spray or a horizontal fan spray. You just take this little orange, I don't know if you can see this. You take this little orange nozzle tip, and you can take it with a Leatherman or a needle nose pliers, and you can actually turn that sideways, so you get a wide spread going the other way instead of vertical. You get horizontal. So, I mean, how freaking cool is that? That's pretty dope. And the paint will get you a lot farther with this than it will one of those pieces of shit. Anyway, so that's what I use to paint my gun. I don't know if in my update 3 video, if I have the Magpul grip on here or not, but the paint doesn't like to stick to that very well. It's kind of a rubbery textured coating on it, and the paint kind of, I feel like as my hand starts to, you know, get sweat and stuff like that from training or LARPing or whatever it is that you do, sport shooting or pest control, it's going to come off. Now, the color behind it is like a clay color, like a gray clay color. I kind of wish I had a green one, but like I said, I got it on an auction for 10 bucks, so I can't complain. It's a lot comfier than the stock grip that comes with it. Having trouble finding a Magpul paraclip mount for my front sling accessory here, and no, I will not use the QD attachment mounts there. I do not trust them at all. Hence all of my rifle sling attachments are going to be, we'll call it hardwired onto the gun, not swivel mounted whatever thing. There's too many parts that can break. I don't like it. I'm sure the military doesn't use QDs. Maybe they do. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. That's to each is their own. Anyway, so I'm using paracord, a good paracord. It actually has fishing line and stuff in there, a nice strong paracord. And I've been LARPing or, you know, dry fire exercising in my house, practicing transitions and stuff like that, mag changes and all that good stuff. And it's still holding true. So paracord, no problem. So that's the rifle. Just a quick update on the Siberian. So let's go into the data, the reload stuff. So I haven't really put to test M855 yet. PMC X-Tac ammunition, 62 grain, green tip, allegedly, solid core green tip. Don't know if it actually is or not, but it does say so on the box. I haven't put those to the test yet. You'll probably look at these two rounds and say, hey, what's the difference? Only if you're a reloader, you will see the difference. They both look like M855 green tips, but this one is a polymer tipped hollow point jacketed round, and this is your actual M855 round. Hard to tell from the naked eye, unless you're a reloader. So, to the data. I forgot to bring my box of Blitz King bullets down here, unfortunately. So I'll just have to show you the data. So I bought some green tipped, polymer tip hollow point. They're called Blitz King Sierra bullets. And they have a boat tail on them. They're nicely designed. I'd call them match grade bullets for sure, considering what I'm going to show you here eventually. So with that projectile, I only used that projectile for this data. They're all 55 grain Blitz King, and these are at 100 yards. These tests are all at 100 yards, and I don't believe in 3-shot groups. You're going to see 5-shot groups always on my channel. I will never do 3-shot groups. Even with the 45-70, the 223, the 9mm, all the calibers that I own, they will always be 5-shot groups because I don't believe in 3-shot groups. You can get fluky 3-shot groups. I've seen it. I think you should do 5-shot groups. So, like I said, with the 55 grain Blitz King boat tail green tip, polymer tipped actually. So CCI, using CCI small rifle primers, BR4s, using the powder IMR 4895. Case trim length, 1.755. They're all the same for the case trim length. Cartridge overall length is all the same, 2.253 inches. And this is 25 grains of 4895. So there's the group there. I think it's just over 1 MOA. Just over an inch stretch from the two farthest apart there. Not bad. I've seen this stuff, Winchester White Box, shoot worse than that. So this group, honestly, that's the point of aim, because my rifle's sighted in for closer range, for personal preference, let's just call it. So there's my point of aim, and it's shooting high, obviously at 100 yards, but it'll equal out at 200 yards. I don't want to get too into it. I just wanted a point of aim, and I knew it was going to shoot high. That's why the target is actually way down there from where the impacts are. So that was that 4895. Okay, so let's go to a different data. Same bullet, 55 grain Blitz King Sierra, boat tail, polymer tipped, whatever. Case trim length 1.755, cartridge overall length 2.253, CCI BR4 small rifle primers. And this time I'm using Hodgdon Varget powder, and I'm using 25 grains of that powder too. Now this test could go wider, and I might make more videos once I develop, because there's different loads. You can go from 25 grains, 26 grains, 26.5, 27, 27.8. it will be a compressed load plus. So you can, and 27.8 grains is suggested max load for the Hodgdon Varget powder. But I just wanted to do an overall blanket load. So I just stuck with 25 grains for everything. There's so much you can do with when it comes to reloading. You can go up by 0.2 grain intervals for your data. You could load 5 and then go up 0.2 grains and then make another 5 and then go up another 2.2 grains and then make another 5. You could do testing for ages if you wanted. I just wanted to do a blanket base to see if I could get an accurate load with just using 25 grains for whatever powder that was suggested by the manual. So this was 25 grains using Hodgdon Varget powder with the same projectile. The group is like, if it wasn't for this little flyer down here, sorry, middle finger, I'm not flipping you guys off. I didn't mean to do that. This little flyer right there, if it was placed up in there, you would have just under 1 MOA, but because of that flyer, that is just over 1 MOA as well. Probably maybe 1.15 or something like that. I don't have a micrometer. I'm not using a micrometer to measure groups. That's ridiculous. That's what long range, or really, I don't know. I don't want to get into it. I'm just trying to get, a tighter group than that. So Varget did not prove worthy for me at 25 grains. You see on the bottom here, the different intervals that I'm probably going to go in the future. I have it written down and I have the one circled that I used, and I'm going to try and keep all my paper for when I shoot this, okay? All right, so that's 2 different powders that we went through. Let's go to the final one, the third one, and this is the money maker. So we got the same thing, the polymer tipped Blitz King bullet, BR4 primers. This time I'm using IMR 4064 powder, and this powder seemed to be the best. So same case trim length, same cartridge overall length. This is 25 grains of 4064. Look what that did. That's a 5-shot group, believe me or not. There are 3 holes in that bigger hole. That's 3 holes in there. That is less than a 1/4 inch. That is insane, and that's 25 grains. You can go up to 26. Why need? You don't need to. You're only you might step up your velocity, but you might lose accuracy. Now that change might become better at 200 yards or maybe even 300 yards, but at 100 yards with 25 grains, that is insane. You could get rid of a gopher infestation with precise accuracy with that bad boy. That is an awesome load, and that's what this load is right now. That's an awesome load. So if you guys have the SRV2 Siberian in the 5.56 223 combination barrel, and you want to get some accurate loads, I would suggest getting, I think it's a 1-in-7 twist. I can't quite remember what the barrel twist is on this. If you want a custom load, like a match grade bullet, that's a match in heaven right there. That is an insane group. I've seen bolt actions shoot worse than that. That is absolutely crazy. I'll let you take one more look at that awesome group. Insanity. There are 3 holes in there. 3. That on its own, if I would have left those 3, that's beyond stupid. That's why I do 5-shot groups. That's why I like 5-shot groups right there. That's a good reason. I could brag and say, oh, those 3, that's all in the same hole, and then just left it at that. I don't know if that was the first 3 rounds or the last 3 rounds or whatever. I have no idea. But that group is absolutely insane. So if you guys are out there saying semi-automatic rifles cannot be accurate, think again. They definitely can be accurate. And I've seen groups shoot pretty good with other, 180 Canadian style rifles as well. This guy is, I don't have the exact measure or the weight on this guy. It does have some girth, but maybe just do more push-ups or something if you are getting tired of holding this sucker out and ready. I try to do, you know, enough exercises in a day where it doesn't, I can actually hold it out and hold point and aim for, you know, an adequate amount of time. But there's no bipod on this guy. This is just the way it is. I like the way that paint turned out. Turned out pretty cool. I have the lens caps. I have the front one glued on so it won't come off. The back one I have to figure something out with. I can't glue it on because I have a focus adjustment ring on the back there. If I glue it to that, it's not gonna, I don't know, it's gonna cause issues. So I imagine it's gonna fall off in the field at some point, but I'll figure something out. No big deal. Like I said, I wanna shoot these guys. I have not shot these yet. I just picked them up. I've been wanting these rounds for quite a while now. They are a heavier bullet, but I'd like to see how the Siberian shoots with a heavier round. So if you're new to my channel, stick around. Maybe I'll get a video of that up hopefully soon. I don't have a vehicle at the moment, so I can't just go to the range whenever I like to. I had sold my truck because I want to live my life a little more freely. Less payments, if you will. Everything seems to run on payments. The water bill, your phone bill, the list goes on. The grocery bill, that's not really a payment, that's something that you need. But let's say, you know, there's always someone trying to sell you, oh, it's only 20 bucks a month, it's only 30 bucks a month, it's only 60 bucks a month, it's only 80 bucks a month. You get the idea, right? It just sucks you dry. You got 20 of those in a month, and man, next thing you know, that's like freaking $500-600 bucks. It's just, get out of that. Get out of the payments. Don't let the banks take all your money. I'm going to buy a used vehicle and I'm going to maintain it myself. I'm going to, you know, because shop hours are ridiculous. They're anywhere from $150 to $200 an hour for shop fees. No thanks. I will look after my own vehicles as long as I can access parts, source parts, and you can buy some parts on Amazon. Actually, I looked. You can buy 98 Ford quarter panels on Amazon, and it's not that expensive. It's kind of, I wasn't expecting to see that on Amazon. Anyway, sometimes Amazon's good. Other times it sucks. I find for any kind of reloading stuff, Amazon is overpriced, way overpriced. Anyways, rant over. Get yourself some pistol rounds or pistol magazines. I mean, this technically was, you know, for the LAR-15 pistol. It was designed for the pistol, which makes it legal because it was designed for the pistol. You can put it in your rifle as long as it was designed for a pistol, right? So now you have access to 10 rounds instead of 5. That's kind of nice, I think, right? So get yourself some of them. I prefer metal over plastic. And you can get those cross mags that you can get an adapter that you can have 2 of them hang, you know, in the same kind of configuration. Just flip it around after 10 rounds. I don't like those because I don't like having ammo exposed on the bottom of my rifle. What if you have to go prone and then it's in the dirt and then you do a mag change and now you're, no thanks. I'll either use those, I'll just use these. I'll use these metal mags, or I'll just use the standard 35, whatever. The 30 round mags that are pinned to 5. I'll use those just for, it's a preference. Everyone's got their own reasoning for that stuff. So get yourself some of these LAR-15 pistol mags. They're awesome. I like the metal ones. I like metal. Like my phone thing was made of plastic and it broke. So I mean, just get yourself some metal mags. That's just personal opinion. Anyways, I hope you guys found something useful. I'm gonna show you that sexy grip one more time before we lost your mic here. Beautiful.